little living guild. I think we only have one person that's new today. So each of the different DMs run different campaigns. The campaigns that I tend to run go in storyline arcs. So today we're either going to do the intro to one of the storylines, or we're going to continue on one of the others. I'm going to kind of leave it up to the group what they want to do. The 3 sessions we have for today as options. Let me go ahead and get the name. Oh, before I do that, I'm going to show something to all players. It's the DM cheat sheet. I'm going to put you guys in order on the main map. So everyone look at the party window. You guys are in order from left to right, 1 to 6. So Dit, you're 1. Liaxis, you're 2. Velis, you're 3. Tarman, you're 4. Nahazar, you are 5. And Draco, you are 6. When I send this to you, you will look at your, the player name that corresponds to the number that I just gave you that you can see on your screen, and you're going to fill out the little blurb. Okay, so here it is. Huzzah! Hit edit and fill out the thing that's for yours. So obviously Draco would be going down to player 6, filling out his passive perception, passive insight, what languages he knows, and if he has any relevant story awards.
To be honest, I don't see the edit button.
Yeah, me too.
Well, haha, that would be why. Try this again. Do you see the edit button now?
Yeah.
Yep.
Excellent. Cool. Sorry about that. So
I know my passive perception, but not my active perception.
Passive perception is whatever your perception skill is plus 10. Same with passive insight. Whatever your insight skill is plus 10.
Gary, the thing that my brother uses is Discord app. I just sent it to you.
Okay. I've heard of that. That also works. I, however, have a Ventrilo server. I'm very used to Ventrilo, and I would prefer to use Ventrilo if at all possible. But if that ends up being a problem, then we can figure it out later.
Yeah, the only thing is because you need to make an account and download, and that's annoying.
You don't have to make a Ventrilo account to download it.
You don't? Oh, I thought you did.
If you do not see the thing that I was talking about, it is in your journal. So if you just go to your journal, you'll see something called the DM cheat sheet. That is my little thing to keep track of, hey, instead of having to ask, hey, what is everyone's passive perception? I can just hop on the thing and go, oh, look, this is what everyone's passive perception is. The story awards, if you have a story award, you probably know what I'm talking about. If you do not have a story award, don't worry about it. Things like, honorary citizen of our Melasphere, that counts. Favor the masters, that also counts. Meeting the stranger counts as a story award.
Did we get Favor the Master yesterday?
You did not get Favor the Masters yesterday. Favor the Masters is from a different mission.
Is that from the first one or which was it?
Favor of the Masters Favor of the Masters is one of the possible options for the second mission in Chult. I think the only time we've run the second mission of Chult, you guys have gotten Master's Enmity.
I think it was Favor of the Master, but that's just me then.
Full in got Favor the Master, and I think it was on the first mission though, because I don't think I played the second mission.
It might have been, because you can get them from multiple missions.
Oh.
Passive insight is 10 plus intelligence modifier, right?
Passive insight is whatever your insight skill is plus 10. Yeah, so make sure you fill out your player. So you should be filling out player 1. Liaxis, you should be filling out player 2. Velis, player 3.
Yeah, but the thing is, even if you fill out only your thing, when you click to save edits, then the rest of the things is deleted. So I think one player at the time needs to edit it.
Okay, so then just go first, and once you get done editing your thing, hit save, and then tell the next person they can go.
Oh.
Sorry. Not used this format before.
Yeah, I'm done. Player 2, you can edit and save.
Neither my Roll20 sheet nor my Mythweaver sheet has insight.
Yes, it does.
Where? I'm lost.
Mythweaver sheet should have passive perception, passive insight below your speed.
That it has, yes. I thought passive and active were different, sorry.
They are different, but it does tell you your passives separately.
Damn.
Done. Player 3, you can go.
So those are the 3 missions that we could do today. I'm going to let the group kind of decide what they want to do. Dark Deeds is the introduction to Armlasphere. It's one of the 3 story arcs. So if you guys wanted to go start someplace new, especially if you're brand new and you guys want to go do something that you haven't done in a while, Erico, I think you've done this, but I know you didn't do it with this character. Because I know your other character has Favor of Armlasphere. Or, Honorary Citizen. Beneath the Canopy is the 2nd mission in Chult.
Yeah.
I think there's at least one person who's done that, which is Atza. So since Atza is doing it on the same character that he did it with last time, I'm almost positive he did Beneath the Canopy. Atza would not be able to get rewards for Beneath the Canopy. So okay with that, Atza, and everyone else wants to...
Yeah, I'm fine.
3 is done.
The last option is to do Hand of the Masters. We have not run Hand of the Masters in this campaign before. It is the last mission in the Chult series. So if you guys wanted to finish up the Chult series, you can. Now, that being said, if you have not done any of the other missions in the Chult series, Hand of the Masters will mean that if you play any of the earlier ones, you're going to know how it ends. So if everyone could send me, a /GM, because that means that I will see it. Do /GM and do one of those 3 names. So either Dark Deeds, and we will start the Armlasphere series. Beneath the Canopy to continue the mission from last night. Or Hand of the Masters for those, since no one's run that and it won't overlap with what anyone's seen before, and that will finish out the Chult series. And we'll go from there.
Dang it, I always forget how to do GM roll for some reason. Is it just /GM roll?
I think if you just do /GM,
Not
it'll
working.
work. Or you could do /W Gary, and that'll be sending it to me in particular. You can just whisper it to me.
Yeah, Whisper works.
There you go.
/ not back.
Okay, sorry, I didn't hear that the player 4 finished, so I will edit my in a second.
Cool.
Okay, I did mine. Player 6 can do his.
All right then. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. I've got 5 people. I'm missing one person's vote on what they want to do tonight. I think it's Juho. No. Are you rolling randomly, Lyaxis?
Yeah, I have no preference.
Okay. So no preference is fine. It looks like we've got several people with no preference, but we do have a couple of votes, 2.5 votes, I guess, for Beneath the Canopy. So that's the one that we will run tonight. I'm going to put everyone back in the window real quick. And let me set up Beneath the Canopy for 6, and then we'll go ahead and get started. If you guys need to do anything real quick, like go get a drink, go to the bathroom, that sort of nonsense, go ahead and do that real quick so we can get straight into game once we get started.
Be right back.
Okay.
So, about a week after the events of the first part, so you guys have successfully allowed the people under Doc Shin to go and start getting the rewards from the mines again. The famous emerald mines of Chult are once again producing, and you've gotten a message from one means or another from Dakshin saying that he's able to actually pay people back, and so the money that you got, that people got from the last mission, you will get technically beginning this mission, but huzzah, you got money.
Which technically we didn't spend that, but yes, we did.
Spend it if you want it, it's fine. So, says, has the money ready for you, is happy to see you back again, knows that the tribute time is coming soon, and is inviting everyone to join as part of the feast and festivities at about the time of tribute. And when you guys last spoke, you had talked a little bit about wanting to learn more about the mines, possibly go over towards where the emerald mines were. And since you all have done so well by Dakshin and the others, he's invited you guys and is going to tell you some of the secrets and some of the things about the mines, if you guys will agree to help them find new and promising ways to get more and more tribute for the masters. So
Is the halfling still with us?
that is a good question. Is there still is anyone a halfling in the party?
Nope.
Nope.
I can't be.
No.
So no halflings in the party, and we have at least one dragonborn. So
Yes, indeed, I am Dragonborn.
Alright, changelings, let's go
Draco
halfling
as a
mode.
shield brother then.
we get two dragonborn. Excellent, excellent. So Dakshin seems much more happy with your current group, and you guys get back to this little village on the edge of the giant jungle of Chult. And there's a couple of villagers kind of gathered around doing different things. This seems like a very similar scene to what you saw last time. This is a group of villagers that don't really have too terribly much, but are happy to kind of pool everything together and share for a great feast. So we will start at the feast, where he has said, come here's your emeralds, and share in our food and drink and song. So the first kind of beginning part of the mission is going to be the party at the island. Does anyone have anything they want to say during the festivities?
Is this the same village as the first one we came to?
Yes, it is. This is Dakshin's village. It's got the big smokehouse and the granary and about a dozen little houses spread along the shoreline, as well as a big dock that has several of those very boring-looking, just plain wooden canoes, and one really brightly colored red, yellow, and green canoe that you know is their tribute vessel.
How does how do the villagers look compared to the last week?
They definitely seem a lot happier. People look like they are going for this festival. There is this sort of tension in the air, because you can see as they're moving along, the time of tribute is supposed to be a festival that they are all doing all this stuff for, but also there is this underlying thing that they are giving away the stuff that they've sort of worked and slaved over. So as they are talking and doing different things, starting to fill up the canoe with their tribute, the little bags and things that they have, there is also this nature of people that walk up with their bag, look at the canoe, think about it for a second, and then put their bag in the canoe and go back to the festivities.
Hey guys, what if we steal the tribute?
No.
Who says?
I would highly recommend against it. We have no idea what their masters are, nor how strong they are.
We grab it and hightail the hell out of here.
Well, are you sure you are skilled enough to just take it without them noticing?
Well, I'm pretty sure we can kill off the villagers, and there will be no witnesses.
I just look at you right now with open
I
eyes.
thought we were all good people.
What the fuck are you talking about? We are not killing anyone. I mean, not anyone that doesn't deserve it, and these villagers certainly do not deserve it. If anybody, yeah, just so you know, out of character, I am lawful good.
Everyone should be good alignment, so I don't think we should be killing people.
I'm neutral, so meh.
Yeah, I'm neutral too.
But still, just killing for no reason isn't really neutral either.
Well, you guys protected them from something, right?
Yeah.
I was going along for the loot.
So then it would be a waste to just kill them or hurt them for the
It's not-
tribute then.
It's not them we have to worry about. It's their mysterious masters. There's no telling how strong or what they are.
But
You guys are having these different conversations, thinking about it. You notice that a couple of your guildies' eyes get a little large as you start. You don't see what's in the bags that they're putting in the tribute vessel, but if they're anything similar to the little bags they gave you with the emeralds in it as a reward for your previous endeavors, that canoe is going to be very valuable. You guys talk back and forth. You can tell that none of the villagers. I mean, you can relatively speak freely, as none of the villagers have any idea what you're saying. You can see that Doc Shin is about the only villager that has an even slightly passing understanding of common. Everyone else here does not seem to understand the common.
Hey, Draco, go ask them what's in the bag. What's their tribute?
As you wish. Dalkshan, my friend, it's a pleasure to see you again. Might I inquire as to what exactly is the contents of those sacks for tribute? For one of us may possibly have something to add to it.
So he smiles and bows his head and says, "Ah, yes. Well, the great masters ask for many things. They ask for those things that are pretty, those things that we can gather from the mines, those wonderful stones that we gave you for helping us in being able to appease the masters, as well as there are certain plants." He kind of looks around. I unfortunately don't know a lot about that, but the ones that spend a lot of time in the jungle, there are specific plants and herbs that we dry and give to the masters that they ask for, as well as anything with writing on it. The masters require everything with the scribbles of the other peoples on it.
Thank you, my friend. 'Twas most insightful, yet enigmatic at the same time. Well spoken.
So he smiles and bobs and says, please enjoy the festival, and goes off to continue kind of managing little pieces of the festival. You know that the town is significantly larger right now. Like, the number of people here is more than the number of people that live here. So there's probably
Of course.
people gathering from some of the other small towns along the coast. And basically what he was saying is, masters require anything with writing on it. They ask for a certain set of herbs, but he doesn't really know what they are, and they want gemstones.
Well, ask them if they can show us some of the herbs that haven't completely dried yet. So,
does the person that spoke to Darkshan tells us this, or does he keep it to himself?
Oh, sorry. Yeah, of course. Draco would explain the details, and I have a side question as well. They need all these things, yet they don't know why they have to give them. It intrigues me, but at the same time, I don't want to anger their masters. What if their masters are mind flayers? I don't feel like going up against that. Do you guys?
No, besides, listen, those the things, because obviously I wasn't here last time, or even if we decide plot-wise that I was, then my part of the adventure was insignificant. So you can see that he's just sipping a wine. Normally, if he was back here as a hero, he will be like chugging down. By that time, he will be chugging down third bottle because he really likes to drink wine. He prefers it. So I respond, listen. So those things that they obviously evil, or they can be used to evil things? If not, then I don't see why are we bothering with worrying about that stuff.
So one thing I will say is that for the purposes of kind of knowing where you are when you're doing adventures that have multiple pieces to it, assume that your character has done all of the pieces of the adventure that your character has done, and that the other adventures have also been done, but they've just been done by someone else in the guild. So that the people who are here, some of them did this adventure, that they are here as, honorary guests, and you are tagging along because you heard that there's more things going on, or there's some other reason that you decided to go with the party to the island.
hey Draco, go ask to see some of those plants and some of those things with writings on
that
it.
he mentioned. Yeah.
All right, so Draco, do you want to go and find Dakshin, or are you going to ask someone else? They all seem to speak Draconic.
I'll
He
go
should-
find Dakshin, and I'll also pull out both amulets that I kept and ask him if either one of those would be appropriate as well.
All right, so going up to Dakshin, you have the which ones do you have? Do you have the little? I I think the only person who has any of the icons is live. I think everyone else destroyed their icons. But you do have the little circular amulets, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
I have one for the good and one for the evil, so I figure I can offer them because they have writing on them.
Alright. Well, so neither one of them have writing on them. They're just.
Oh, okay. Sorry, it's just symbols.
If you show it to him, he kind of looks at it and doesn't seem to know what it is or even really understand much about it. And he says, I could, yes, show you some of the writing. And he kind of goes and he walks over to the canoe, kind of messes around with things. And as he's walking around, he asks for you to follow with him. And as you're going, he's going to say, I must say that anything that we place in here must stay in here. So he's not going to take any of the bags out of the canoe, but he can open the bags and show you what it is.
Understood.
So he opens up, kind of rubbish around a little bit, and then he pulls out a little metal, it just looks completely beat to hell, but it looks like a very high quality either iron or steel, and it's got a very jagged sort of edge to it, and it is covered in writing of some kind. You don't recognize the language.
Can I try to do an Arcana check?
Sure.
I mean, you could call one of us. We speak different languages. Maybe one of us can understand what the writings are.
So, if it has magic, you have no idea. You're not a magical person. Looking at it, it looks like it's a very damaged piece of metal, but the metal doesn't show any signs of wear. So, you would think a hunk of metal that looks like it's been damaged quite a while ago would have, rust or something like that on it. It just looks like it's broken at some point.
Draco would immediately gesture with his right arm, hand, whatever, claw, for the party to come and look, and asks, "Are any of you skilled in identifying items either magical or mundane? Now would be the time, as these items are leaving soon, and I believe it would be wise of us to at least understand what is being offered to these higher beings."
I just look at Draco. Don't look at me, shield brother.
Well, I have some understanding of the arcane, so I could try something.
So, Atsa, are you, because it's not quite labeled on here, Atsa, are you player 4 or player 3?
I'm player 4.
Okay. So going up to it, as soon as I'm going to go ahead and put you as player 4. As soon as you go up to see what he's holding, you don't need to. I mean, you can make the Arcana check if you would like, but even from a distance, you can tell that the runes on it are Dwarven runes. So it's whatever's on is written in Dwarven.
So I'm going to read it then.
So it's a hunk of metal. It's been kind of blown off or destroyed. Something. It's part of a larger writing. But this piece says property of, and then says something on the side, and then below you're not really sure what the first rune is because it's broken in half. But it could either be storm or lightning or thunder or something along that nature, something of the category of storms. And then it says transportation system. But the wording is very awkward. Almost like the same thing you would use for a mine cart.
Oh, I convey this to Draco, who is the closest to me.
Well, that's interesting. It would be very useful, but I'm not going to risk angering these masters.
I would agree with you then.
Alright, fine. If we can't steal it, then let's ask them where they got it from, and we'll go take our own. How's that?
That
Goody
sounds like an
two-shoes?
excellent plan.
But you don't know any of this. Only me and Draco currently know that it's Dwarven and it's something.
I have good hearing. I was standing close to you two.
Oh.
Well, I think the entire party was called nearby. I don't
So-
listen to, so I just at one point I just ask, so is it evil sounding or not? Because if it's not, then why do we bother? again.
Very valid point. I wouldn't want to chase down something that's evil, considering that 1, we could be destroyed, 2, we could be uncreated, like the deity offered the other day, or 3, we could become cursed.
All of those sound bad.
Indeed.
We have a very pessimistic dragonborn. All right, so you see this, you know what it says. Duckshin's going to kind of look uncomfortable until you put it back in the bag. If you want to ask Duckshin where you got it, someone can definitely do so, because I'm assuming...
Yeah, sure. If Draco would be so kind off to ask him where he got the piece.
And anyone who speaks Draconic can talk to Duckshin.
Yeah.
Well, how many guys speak Draconic?
Yeah, I will just follow with Draco. Or I
Cool.
can go
I have
myself
battle bud.
if he doesn't want to talk to Dakshan anymore.
It's worth a try. Draco would meander over to where Dakshin is, attempt to throw his arm around him, and be like, Dakshin, my friend, where did you find this wonderful metal? Could we perchance go there and see for ourselves?
He kind of sits and thinks for a second, and then kind of gets this big grin on his face and says, yes, of course, my good master. We could very well head over there to go and look at it. These are pieces from the emerald mines. They have very unique sort of pieces that are all gathered around. Much writing. I don't know what it says, but the masters ask for all things with writing, and so we take them as proper tribute.
Okay, he speaks that in Draconic, yeah?
Yes.
So I look at Draco and look at Dakshan, so I just intercept. So you don't mind if us and our friends, let's just say, at the rest of the party go along with you? Would that be a problem?
He shrugs his shoulders and says, no, of course not. I welcome anyone who comes to join us over at the mines. I said that I'd show you what is going on there, and we have some problems, minor problems, of course, but some little things that might help us with proper tribute for the masters, and if you could help us with that, I would certainly show you all the pieces of writing.
Yeah, I'm always eager to help. That's what I do. So, Draco, if you want to talk with Dakshan some more, I will go and inform the rest of the party that we will probably be going to the mines, assuming they will want to.
Alright.
So,
Hey, ask him about the herbs. I want to take a look at the herbs. If the masters want it, it has to be some good stuff. Maybe we could light it up.
So if you ask him about the herbs, and someone who speaks Draconic kind of translates for you, he'll open up another bag. If you want to give me a nature check on the herbs.
Crap.
I mean, it doesn't have to be, it could be anyone in the party who wants to know about the herbs. If you want to know about the herbs, give me a nature check.